Alright, this is a special little segment we're going to do called Paul Krugman Explains Obamanomics. The way Obama's running the economy is not making sense to a lot of the American people. He's kind of lost them on the economy. It's doing badly in the polls. So here's Paul Krugman to explain to you how Obamanomics could work for you. Hit it, Paul.
But if you had a program of government spending plus an expansionary policy by the Fed, you could get that. So if you think about using all of these things together, you could accomplish, a great deal. I mean, if we discovered that space aliens were planning to attack, and we needed a massive buildup to counter the space alien threat, and really inflation and budget deficits took secondary place to that, this slump would be over in 18 months.
So basically, the only thing keeping Obamanomics from working is the aliens haven't attacked. This is seriously your defense? Paul, let me explain this to you, buddy. If you got a minute. There are no aliens. Well, hold on a second. That just makes too much sense for Paul Krugman. Let me try this from a different angle. Paul, the aliens are racist. I don't know if you noticed, but all the rage lately is green tea, little green men, green tea. They're green tea partiers, man. They don't like Obama because he's black, so they're not going to attack us because they know that that'll help him. It's counterintuitive to the rest of you to work for Paul Krugman. But, just in case you were concerned, hopefully Obama's got something up his sleeve other than an alien attack. There is a plan B. And here's plan B from Paul Krugman.
So we need Orson Welles, is what you're saying.
No, there was a Twilight Zone episode like this in which scientists fake an alien threat in order to achieve world peace. Well, this time we don't need it. We need it in order to get some fiscal stimulus. Plan
B doesn't have to be an alien attack, because he's seen a Twilight Zone episode where this worked. And of course, if it worked on the Twilight Zone, it's going to work here. Well, I can one-up you, Paul. I saw a Twilight Zone episode where a guy's cleaning out a motel room and he finds a trunk. And he opens the trunk and of course it's empty, and he says, somebody left their old suitcase behind. If I only had a nickel for every time somebody left a suitcase here. And he opens it up and it's full of nickels. Maybe if Obama had that, we wouldn't even need the alien invasion. If Obama only had the trunk that filled up with nickels, you see what I'm saying? Then he could be like, if only I had a nickel for every stimulus dollar I wasted, and boom, 787 billion nickels in a case. If only I had a nickel for every time the Fed sued, or the state sued me for my overreach from the federal government, boom, case full of nickels. You could even say, if only I had a rich old billionaire geezer who could try to explain to the American people that I need to raise taxes on others so that they could never reach his level of success. And boom, you'd have Warren Buffett in a case. It's like a jack-off in a box. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to go to the alien attack if we're going to go to Twilight Zone, Paul. But some of us here live in reality, see, where we just can't create an alien attack tomorrow, and we can't just assume we're in the Twilight Zone and maybe something's going to happen that will cause Obamanomics to work. But this is the bottom line. This is what it comes down to, and this is why Obama's economic numbers are completely and totally in the tank. Because in order for me to think that this guy's going to turn the economy around, I have to assume that the aliens are going to invade, or that it'll be Twilight Zone tomorrow. I'll just wake up and say, hey, see that signpost up ahead? Yeah, it's election 2012, moron. Pack your bags. He's out of there. That's all there is to it. This is his supporters, folks. It ain't me. I know I've been criticizing him for 3 years now, but it ain't me. This is his supporters. So if you want to get angry, don't get angry at me. This is Paul Krugman, friend of Obama. If Obamanomics are going to work, we need an alien invasion. Well, guess what? We don't need an alien invasion. We need a presidential election. Don't worry, Paul. We'll take care of it. And then you can spend the next 4 years complaining about how things actually work.